Welcome everyone, Vic here with Search Triggers. It is a exciting Thursday evening in our new time slot, Thursdays 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Search Triggers Mastermind Hangouts. We're going to be going on a new trend this year. Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first hangout of its kind. And we're happy to report that there are some changes afoot in the world of search triggers. There's also some changes afoot in the world of search engines. So I want to introduce you my guest, Peter Davis. If you can unmute, tell us a little about yourself.
Hi, Victor. Yeah, thanks for inviting me along. I'm an Australian software developer, and I've developed a great piece of technology called interactive text response that will basically improve everyone's marketing 100%. And I'm here to help Victor and speak to him about integration with search triggers, and I'm really interested in his program.
Yeah, great. There was some microphone feedback here. Bob, I see you just jumped on. Camera's on you. Tell us a little about yourself. You're the father of SEO. I'm trying to see your video camera. We have Bob Heyman, the father of SEO, the man who coined the term search engine optimization here. I'm not seeing your camera. I see your portrait. There might be some technical issues going on right now. Bob, you there? I can't hear you. Well, as you know, these Google Hangouts are not necessarily that reliable. I'll tell you a story. Back at Christmas holidays, uh, I had a dinner with a high ranking. Can't really say too much about who or what or how or why, because Google's a very stealth kind of company. But we were having a conversation about Google Hangouts, and what I can say is that Google employees and the Google, the world of Google has access to Hangouts at a much higher quality and a much higher bandwidth, and lots of things that are internal. And so us out here in the free world, who are using Google Hangouts for free, have limited access, and sometimes the quality of the connection isn't always as perfect as it could be. So because of that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing this series with the Success Mastermind Hangouts and the Elite Mastermind that we're kicking off. The Elite Mastermind will take place inside of Adobe Connect Pro, so we're able to serve you better, and we can do screen shares. We don't have to be under the gun. Like if we want to pause the recording, we can do so. It's also a much higher quality, and it's commercial. It's provided by Adobe. The only catch is you need to have Flash. Hey, welcome back, Bob. Can you hear me now? See if your microphone is working. What we want to have a conversation with you today is about the changes in the SEO world, and I want to share with you some insights that I've discovered over the last few weeks that are really sort of shaping the way we are seeing. Bob, just say something. I can't hear you. There you go. I heard microphone. Hello, hello, you there? Hello. Well, this is Bob's camera. It's dark and black, and I'm not seeing anything. Must be a bandwidth issue. Okay, we're just going to continue. Uh, okay. Um, Peter, can you unmute for a second? I just want to make sure that I can hear you too.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, he must have a problem with his microphone.
Yeah. Okay. So, Bob, if you're there, you could chat in. I'll just relay the messages to everyone here. Sorry about the technical difficulties, my friends that are watching. We will be editing together a excerpts and highlights of this, so no worries. We'll just carry on. So, you've been using search triggers now for a while, Peter, and many people have.
We're in a tunnel.
Wow! It's like a Pink Floyd.
It sounded like it. Yeah, no, as you're saying, I've been using search triggers for a while now, and I've found it extremely helpful to get a really solid title for an article that I want to write about mobile marketing, which is my area of expertise. And search triggers is managed, to really laser target those long tail keywords and the titles that I need to get good ranking on my posts. And every post I've been able to put in, I've been able to get it as number 2 in Google, and it's generating great traffic. It's been really good.
Right, and so what is search triggers? And, as you see it, it's more than a keyword tool. It's a philosophy. It's sort of like Photoshop. It's like sort of like I sort of designed it around the idea of Photoshop. Photoshop originally started off as being a photo editing tool, but then as you got more skilled with it, people started using it for web design and web development, and now it's the #1 tool that web designers use to do just about anything to do with graphics. And I think that's kind of like where we're heading with search triggers. There's a couple of things that I wanted to share about sort of the geeky nature of search triggers. Right now, search triggers is in its form as a very, very geeky tool. And so if you look below this video, there should be a link to go ahead and try the tool for free. We've been working behind the scenes to sort of make it available complimentary to you for a limited time, so you can try it out. Just sort of try it out for yourself with its full functionality. And then, of course, we want to encourage you to upgrade to the premium version. Now, you've been using the premium version for a while now, and this is I'm going to give you guys some value as soon as we can get into a screen share. I want to explain to you a little bit about the history of search engines, where they've been and where they're going, and what's going on in the world of search today. But before I do that, Peter, what's been your experience in working with the tool? How would you best describe what search triggers is?
I think it's the all-natural way to find, I don't know, it's like the all-natural yogurt that you buy, it's all got full of clean and proper nutrients, and search triggers is basically that. It has evolved from when I started first using it, which only had a few functions, now to this massive tool that you can search through YouTube for, and Twitter, and you can post your results to Twitter and YouTube, and it's been a really effective way to search and find out what people are actually talking about. And then you can relate your content to that, and that ends up generating more traffic and more followers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, I'm going to say one thing that I'm reading this book right now. I want to just share this with you. This is a Christmas present called Contagious: Why Things Catch On. It's actually based on a class, university level class, that's being taught. The man is Jonah Berger. Great book. I was reading it last night, and I want to talk about one of the things he talks about. This is going to shock you, actually. And for all of you people who love social media, you got to get it that social media is really not as important as you think it is. Take a guess what percentage of social influence is actually related to social media. What do you think, Peter?
I'm sorry, say again, I missed that.
What percentage of social influence is actually related to social media?
Good question. I would say 90%? A good 90%?
7%.
7. Wow.
7%. The other 93% is actual word of mouth. In other words, it's people hanging out at the bar, communicating mouth to mouth, people hanging out on the phone, people meeting people face to face. Social influence and why things get contagious and why they go viral is because someone said something and then they said something and then they said something. And I can say this to be absolutely positively true. Whenever I'm speaking on stage, the impact of that presentation has a resonant effect for weeks to come because people listen to my presentation and they share it with friends and then they share, search triggers with other people and then they go in and sign up immediately after that. And so the impact of the power of the word is far more important than anything we're doing technologically. Only 7% of social influence is actually from social media. Amazing, interesting result. Let me show the next thing. This thing is so how do you make people look to and talk about a product or idea? It's a couple of interesting factors. Most people would rather look smart than dumb, rich than poor, cool rather than geeky. And that's one of the things that we're going to be changing about search triggers. Right now, it's extremely geeky. Okay? Over the next few months, you're going to see a transition in search triggers where it's going to become extremely cool. We're working on a whole new user interface. We're working on wizards that will do a lot of the thinking and strategizing for you. We're also working with a new technology called the Kalatu blog, which I'm going to do a screen share with you, which is a plugin for WordPress that allows bloggers to craft a blog post purely based on very simple Q&A. It's sort of like, inside of a WordPress blog where you have your editor and you have to say, oh, I'm going to write a blog post. What this thing does is it actually has pre-scripted questions that assemble the blog post for you, and so you can literally put something together in record-breaking time. I'm going to be going to the launch of the Kalatu in Las Vegas next week. So we won't be having a hangout next week, but we will be having one 2 weeks from now. That'll be 2 weeks on Thursday. But I promised to give you guys some new strategies that are working in search today in 2015. And the biggest one I can leave you with is called the Bayesian algorithm. The Bayesian algorithm basically means that you can run a string of characters, let's say email, for example. Have you ever wondered why things show up in different mailboxes, like in Gmail? Why does it show up in promotions? Why does it show up in updates? Why does it show up in your inbox? Have you ever wondered about that, Peter?
Sure have, yeah. It's been a bit of a wonder how that information gets all around.
Well, I talked with a senior network engineer, and he gave me a little bit of an insight into that. I'm trying to find, I'm not going to mention his name. He works for one of the big publishing companies that has all these mail filters for their enterprise networks. But basically, Google acquired a company that is probably the largest and most influential anti-spam company in the world. And they just recently applied it to Gmail, which is why you probably noticed that almost all of the marketers' emails are ending up in the promotions or the updates tab. The challenge with that is, let's say we have a reminder notice like about this event. It goes into your updates tab, and you don't see it in your inbox, so you probably won't click through to know that it's there. The way this works is called a Bayesian filter, B-A-Y-S-E. You can look it up in Wikipedia. It's a Bayesian filter. Bayesian algorithms basically can interpret the language patterns and also derive the intelligence, psychographics, demographics, and infer things about who was writing the letter. Um, and the biggest difference that I've seen is that because now Google owns this technology, they've been applying it to YouTube. They've been applying it to search, and they've also been applying it to email. They started off with email, but now they're applying it elsewhere. Bottom line is, marketing speak of any kind will not assist you. This is my own personal observation. I can't certify. I'm not a Google employee or anything like that. Marketing speak does not work anymore in 2015. In other words, if you're talking like a marketer, or you're speaking like a marketer, or if you're using the colloquial tone of a marketer in any blog post you write, any email you send, or any web page you have, it will be identified by the Bayesian filter as the marketing world and will not receive the proper promotion that others will do. And I'm going to prove it to you guys. I'm not just throwing this out here just to I started noticing some patterns because I started using search triggers specifically with YouTube videos. And what I learned was that the highest ranking and the highest traffic YouTube videos that are currently out there do not have any marketing or sales or hashtags or any of that stuff that marketers typically are putting in all of their YouTube videos. They have press release language. They have language that's like a press release. Like, think of it this way. If you're going to prweb.com and you're writing a press release for the media, or you hired a publicist or a press analyst to write your content for you, that's the kind of language that's currently getting traction. Okay, that's the kind of stuff that doesn't show up in junk mail. That's the kind of stuff that gets ranked in search engines. Guys, marketing is dead. You heard me say it here, 2015. The marketing industry is dead. Okay, forget it. We need to change the word marketing. I think we should drop the word marketing because the word marketing simply means providing value to an audience at a profit. The marketing industry on the internet has nothing to do with marketing. And I coined this term a few weeks ago. I call it social seduction. What people are calling internet marketing is actually social seduction. What does it look like? Well, you go to a landing page. The landing page has some sort of offer. You put your name and email address in that offer and they send you some free information. What happens then? Your email address is then shared with other parties, typically. They say they won't, but let's say they send you other affiliate offers. They send you other information that happens. What then happens? What happens then is you respond to one of the affiliate offers by the marketer who opted you in. Now that company has your email address, and then they send you their affiliate offers. This compounds 5, 6, 7 times over, and pretty soon you have 6, 7, 800 people that have your email address. Well, the Bayesian filters inside of the anti-spam technology now is looking for the collection of email addresses that consistently are getting the same types of emails over periods of time. In other words, if you're on a list, okay, and that list keeps being sent to multiple times, then your email address is identified as someone who's in that industry and therefore is in the marketing field and therefore should be paying per click, correct, for your traffic rather than buying it organically. So what's the tip? Stop marketing. Just stop it. Don't do marketing. Provide step-by-step information in press release language. And then use search triggers to craft the headline for your press release. And I'm going to be showing you right now the new plugin we have into Search Triggers Plus that will allow you to distinguish between marketing language and press release language. What I like about PR Web is it actually has both press release language and marketing language in the same place. So I'm getting some Skypes here. A couple of people are trying to get into the Hangout. I'll tell you what, if any of you guys are watching right now and you want to jump in, I'm going to go ahead and post a participation link in the chat room so you can just come on in and jump in. Peter, I know you got to run right now. What do you think about that insight?
I was actually quite surprised to hear you talk like that it wasn't marketing is dead, but what you say is correct. You do need to be conversational and provide content and good information in order to get, to achieve your end result. So yeah, you're right. The old days of just writing an email and getting paid is gone. So you need to provide better value.
Yeah, and the point that I was making, it was the tone of voice in which you write is crucial. Okay, if you write the way marketers write, you won't get any search engine traffic. Let me explain something. I've been blogging as part of a 21-day blogging challenge, and I've been looking at my Google Analytics. I've written several blog posts. I wrote about internet marketing, online marketing. I wrote about search engine optimization. I wrote about rock bands. And then I wrote about Windows tips and strategies. Take a guess which of those 4 things I got picked up on the search engines.
Rock bands.
Nope. Windows tips and strategies. Specifically, how to upgrade your desktop with a solid state drive.
That's interesting.
Nothing to do with marketing. Step by step, how-to information. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, and here's the article I curated this from. And that article is like 2 years old, so here's my article, which is current. And guess what? I just did this. That one post is beating all my other posts combined in terms of traffic and engagement. Now I'm getting lots of traffic to my blog, but that's because I'm emailing my list. But I'm talking natural search results is happening because of factual information that doesn't have any marketing speak or any kind of calls to action or anything. Now this is very crucial, and the Kalatu blog does a fantastic job of doing it, is because all the call to action are graphics. Okay? When you put your call to action as a graphic or a banner or a button, the search engines don't see it. All they see is the printed text on your page. Okay? So here's my tip for 2015. What you need to do is start reading some textbooks. You need to start reading books by PhDs. You need to start reading books by academia. You need to abandon the people that are telling you you need to talk to like a 12-year-old. If you want to rank anywhere in the search engines. Now, if you don't want to rank anywhere in the search engines, that's fine. Keep doing that, but then you need to move into the realm of pay-per-click, which is totally fine. In which case, marketing does work for pay-per-click. But never, please, never put marketing, sales language, or what I call social seduction language on a blog because it doesn't work. You won't get any search engine traffic. As soon as and you want to find topics that are very, very specific, very, very general, that are helping lots of people. That's the kind of stuff that's trending right now inside of search engines. Okay.
That's great info. I've got to go now, Vic. But thank you for inviting me on, and
Okay.
I'll catch up with you in the next one.
Okay, so I'm just going to jump into a screen share, and I'm going to take you through a brief history of time. Sometimes feel like these great insights are completely no one even really knows about it. So if you guys have any questions, please write them below this video in the comments or the chat, and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I'm going to bring them up. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Bob, I don't know if you're there. If you can unmute, I can see you're still in the Hangout. Hey, Bob, do you have a microphone? Yeah, I can see you're chatting. I think we're having some technical difficulties. Well, Bob, if you can just write in the group chat. Um, yeah, I hear you say it's great stuff that we're having here, but you're having some technical difficulties with your mic. I assume you're probably just watching the stream. So if you can maybe just chat with me here, then I can verbalize that to the crowd, and we'll figure out a way to make sure that next event Bob will come back with us with audio. Sorry, you're having technical difficulties with this. Let me go through the beginning of um, of how search engines work. Okay. All right. So this is this is EarthGrid. Now I started EarthGrid back in the 90s, 99, 98, somewhere around there. I got involved with search engines back in 1997. Bob got involved with coining the term search engine optimization in 1995. And let's take a look at my favorite search engine. And I'm just going to bring up a browser here. Well, other than my own, I would say. Okay. So, Bing.com, my favorite search engine. Let me explain why it's my favorite search engine. Okay. I'm making a prediction that Bing, Yahoo, Twitter, and Facebook will start to trump all of Google's search and PPC traffic by the end of this year. Okay? Google's days are numbered, my friends. Okay, so Bing. Why is Bing so cool? First of all, when I go there, I immediately start seeing graphics. I immediately start seeing stuff down here. Female president poll. You see that? Look at that. I tap on the graphic and I can see that poll want female president. Now, let's look at the powerful of that. What they just told you, this is what, at this very second, is what's trending right now. People want to know who are the female president candidates. Now, I'm a big fan of television shows, like I'm watching State of Affairs right now, and there's a female president in the television show. You can easily see that the visual nature of what's popular now on Bing is all in one place. Okay? Poll on who wants woman president. Foreign adults say yes. Poll. How many want woman president in the United States? Okay? I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm just going to go grab this same information. Guys, this stuff is epic because when you're blogging, you have to pick something. Now, do you notice how it's the same results? They're the exact same results. Yahoo has the same results as Bing. So when Bob and I got started back in the search engines, Yahoo was the game in town. In fact, Bill Ryan, who was in our Hangout a couple weeks ago, he was part of the branding and launch team for Yahoo. And we're having conversations about how this is impacting the world and where search triggers fits into this. So guys, I've said this in other previous tips. I'm just going to give you another a quick note here. Okay. Wish I could bring up some sort of a notepad. Oh yeah, I could. I could actually bring up search triggers. Okay. If you want to rank #1 in Google, use Bing. Okay. If you want to rank #1 in Bing, use Google. So what we were looking at were trends. So let's say I want to go into here, and I'm going to back to the same example, poll want woman president. And I pop that in search triggers. Okay, I probably have to sign in. Let me go ahead and sign in. Give me a moment here. I'm going to switch to my other monitor. As I'm doing that, Bob, do you have any questions? I wish you could unmute because I think it'd be important to have some sound bites here. Let me open up a new window here. Okay, I just typed in something called woman president, and you can see that what shows up here is woman president USA of the United States, woman president TV show, and in us. Okay, and these are simply suggestions. So I could say president poll, and it says presidential polls 2016. And what we're doing here with the absolutely complimentary version is we're showing the rating, and the rating is in terms of a bar. Okay. Now you'll see that there's a little note, a little symbol right here called we're calling it a notepad. But basically, when you open this up, I can go in here called. I can go in here and grab this presidential polls, which is the word that instead of the word president, we use the presidential polls. So I could say presidential polls want woman president. Okay, that would be a great subject for my blog. Why? Because it has the keyword presidential, it has the keyword polls, and then it has that want woman president that showed up in the visual search in Bing. Okay. Now you can just tap this little icon right here. Let's say you've written your blog post now. You tap that little icon, and now I can go in here. I can add a question mark. Let's say I'm not necessarily going to write my own article right now, but I'm just going to go grab this link. Okay, so I'm just copying that link. I'm going to go back here to search triggers. And I can put that link right in here, or I could put it also in the tweet that we were generating. I'm just going to go back to here. Okay. And then I just go in and share that. Boom. Now what I just did was I built content-rich engagement using search triggers on my Twitter. This particular version of search triggers that I'm showing you right here is really a tool for tweeting. It's not really for SEO. It's not really for blogging. It's for tweeting. Well, why do you want to tweet? Well, this is another ninja strategy, and if you guys are taking notes, what you guys can do, guys and gals, is you can go ahead and start testing subject lines for your future blog posts. Let me say that again. Start testing subject lines with future blog posts. Why? Because Twitter is one of those things that can allow it to go extremely viral very, very quickly. So let's say you were doing a blogging schedule, and if you see above, to the right of this, if you came here early, you see there's a PDF. And I'm going to bring up the PDF right now so you can see exactly what that PDF is. So let me go in here and bring that up. Okay, this is the search triggers action plan, keywords for better traffic with search triggers. This is a 30-day plan. It's a 30-day plan. Now, if you're part of my 21-day blogging challenge, okay, then this is the plan for you. 21 days is a very, very specific time. It's 3 weeks. This is a 1-month plan. It's a 30-day plan. So you would spend your first week planning things and tweeting them, and then you start blogging for 21 straight days based on the results of your 1 week's worth of research. Okay? So I'm going to go through this plan step by step, and if you're watching this video and you got here early, you can download this PDF. It's a big green and blue PDF icon directly to the right. You want to click it and go get that. Okay? No opt-in required. It's totally cool. So the first step is you want to get organized. Okay. Before you want to do any kind of SEO or anything, you have to have a system to organize your content. Now, we built a complete organizational structure for keywords and keyword research right into Search Triggers Pro. So if you have the Pro version of Search Triggers, then you already have that. But if not, you can use Google Docs. But I recommend you not use anything online. I would recommend you use OpenOffice because you want to keep your keyword research local. You want to be able to also, keep in mind, if you're using any free software, you signed a contract stating that the provider of that free software owns everything you put in there. Read the fine print. Any email you send, any web page you post, any document you put in Google Docs is owned by Google. It's not your property anymore because you've waived those rights by using their service for free. Make sense? So don't use free software for business. Pay for your email. That's my own philosophy. Pay for your Skype. Pay for your software. And then use my social media and promotion and marketing, all that kind of stuff. That's no problem. Go ahead and use that. But just keep in mind it's just not yours. Okay? So if a spreadsheet isn't your thing, that's fine. We designed search triggers to manage your workflow. So inside of Search Triggers Pro, we have all the stuff organized for you on a month-to-month basis so you can see it all happening right away. Okay, so this is the steps. And we just released this PDF, and so I just want to make a video to kind of walk you guys and gals through it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is start brainstorming keywords and keyword phrases, and sort of researching the competition's keywords, starting with a basic keyword phrase, and using the term that most often leads customers and visitors to your website. I'm going to read something here, again from this book, Social Currency. This is called triggers, which is why we came up with this, the whole idea of search triggers. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Triggers. How do we remind people to talk about our products and ideas? Triggers are stimuli that prompt people to think about related things. Peanut butter reminds us of jelly, and the word dog reminds us of the word cat. If you live in Philadelphia, seeing a cheesesteak might remind you of the $100 one at Barclay Prime. The book began with a story about how they had this crazy idea to charge $100 for a cheesesteak. And it went viral because it was so radically different than every other cheesesteak that was out there in Philly. So people often talk about whatever comes to mind. So the more often people think about a product or idea, the more it will be talked about. We need to design products and ideas that are frequently triggered by the environment and create new triggers by linking our products and ideas to prevent clues in that environment. Top of mind leads to tip of tongue. Okay, and tip of tongue is, as I said, social media is not the best way to spread the word. Word of mouth is. So you have to cause and inspire people to talk about it or your brand or concept over dinner, at drinks and bars and things like that. And then that stuff is what makes things catch on. It's not anything we can do online. That, according to the author here, only 7% of social currency and social influence is resulting from any form of online social media. So we still are talking. We're a species of talkers. And what do we talk about? Well, we talk about stuff that is important to us. And so if you're sitting down and trying to come up with a blog post topic, the very best place to do that, in my opinion, is just go to bing.com. Because you'll see up to the minute trending information. Hero cat saves baby. Marlboro man dies. Annoying air passenger, no Wahlberg pardon, antique rifle found. Up to the minute information. Hero cat saves baby from freezing to death. Okay, case in point. Eat your heart out, lassie. What happens? You think of a cat, you think of a dog. You think of a dog, you think of a cat. Meanwhile, all the latest stories are right here in front of you. Okay? So you can simply go here and see everything that's happening. Once again, there's the female president poll. 49ers new coach. This is the stuff that people are talking about. So if you're, okay, so you see this right here, hero cat saves dog, blah, 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 blah. All of these are related searches. So let's go back to search triggers. And let's type in hero cat. Aha! Saves boy, saves dog, saves boy from dog. Okay, so now you notice how these are the same. They're very similar related searches. Okay, so now I'm going to ask all of you who are watching. We're running a special right now, and I'll tell you what these specials are. You're going to see that you can now upgrade to Search Triggers Plus for $7. You're also seeing that you can get started with the Kalatu blogging platform, which I'm going to be talking about in a few minutes as soon as one of my guests jumps on. That is going to be also $7. You'll see a countdown timer. The countdown timer is ticking, And if you're watching the replay and you still have access to the link, if you go ahead and get Kalatu for just $7, I wouldn't be, you know, flying to Las Vegas if I wasn't going, if I didn't believe in the product and I was excited about what they were capable of doing and what they're up to. It's a massive coup d'état against WordPress.com, and more on that later. But if you go ahead and buy Kalatu, I would personally give you an upgrade to Search Triggers Plus as long as you stick with the Kalatu platform. So, because I'm only limiting this to a small number of people, and you guys are here, you're part of my elite mastermind. If you guys go ahead and get Kalatu before the timer expires on this page, I will go ahead and give you guys an upgrade to the Search Triggers Plus. And if Kalatu is not your thing, or it's too much of a commitment, or you don't want to start blogging every day, that's fine. You can go ahead and upgrade to Search Triggers Plus for $7. So you can see that basically the free version of Search Triggers that you have right here has limited functionality. All this stuff that's grayed out, traffic, keywords, these are the things I talked about before. Like, they're still there. You can still see that it's there, but you can see that there's traffic analysis in the last month, in the last week, in the last 3 days. And so you design this so that you don't really need to keep track of this plan. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to go through this right here. This is the 30-day action plan. But if you go through this 30-day action plan PDF, what you want to do is you want to look for keywords with low supply or pages. You want keywords that aren't being represented by thousands of other websites because there's too much competition. Okay? So, you're not going to compete with the New York Post if you're a small-time blogger. You're not going to compete with Daily Mail. Okay? You're not going to compete with YouTube. You might be able to upload a video, but let's take a look at this one right here. Funniestgallery.com 2014-10. Okay? This is old, outdated information. Okay? You could, using search triggers and blogging, replace this particular post with your own. Here's another one, another WordPress post right here. So these bottom two spots are the two spots that are available. Now let's say you use search triggers and you come up with a keyword phrase. I found this personally when when developing the software. I ranked as much in 30 terms in the top 10. 30 terms under one post, guys. So that's the why and the how, okay, behind it. So let me go ahead and sign in here. I'm going to move this off the screen here. Go ahead and sign in. Let me know that you guys are there. I'm just going to go, take a look at the chat room here and see what everyone's doing here. If anyone has any questions or something like that. Please go ahead and ask a question right down below there. Okay, what I'm going to take also add there's a link that says you can go ahead and get the free trial. You can click on that link and go ahead and get your free trial from that other link. I'm going to replace that link with access to this participation link so that you can come in and join us. Yeah, Bob asked, where can he get the PDF? It's searchtriggers.com/guide. Okay. Okay, so let's recap the strategies that we've covered today. What we covered was you want to start. Do you notice how this article right here is not using any sort of marketing or sales language? Okay, it's written in the form of a press release. Quotes, who said the quote? Quotes, who said the quote? You see that? That was my first point. What ranks in search engines is not marketing. So if you're writing blog posts with marketing type tone and language, you will not rank high in search engines in 2015. That's it, period. It's just not going to happen. Okay? The next thing is you want to be sure to go ahead and analyze your results and make sure that you're not shooting the bar too high. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Bring this window back over here. Okay. All right. So let's say we're going to go back to HeroCat. And now I'm actually using Search Triggers Plus. I still have the keyword HeroCat. And I'm going to load the suggested phrases. Now it's going to perform analysis in the background. And we're going to start to get some additional data. Okay? And the data, if you go back to the PDF, it says, look for keywords with a lot of demand. You want keywords that a number of people are using to search for your information. Well, today, HeroCat is very, very popular. There's tons of people looking for it. Okay? And number two, you want to look for keywords with low supply or pages. You want keywords that aren't being represented by thousands of websites. It's too much competition. So if we go back to search triggers, you can see if I sort this by page count, you could see HeroCat's comment. HeroCat saves dog. Hero catchphrases, HeroCat's number one, HeroCat video. Okay, so I tend to look for things that are trending both in Bing and Google. So if it shows up in Bing and Google together, like this one, HeroCat video, that would be the one that I would go for. HeroCat saves boy from dog, like these two. Okay. Now the other thing you'll see here with Search Triggers Plus, you can go ahead and click Analyze Traffic. So I want to see how much traffic in the last month we had around the keywords HeroCat. Okay, well that's Murphy's Law is happening. Well, if the service that allows us to obtain our traffic is down, it will give you this notice and we can't get traffic. But you can still, the plus version can give you the number of pages. So let's say I want to go with HeroCat saves boy from dog. I can tap on that and run it again, and we'll get additional suggested phrases. Okay? And now you have a much more longer tail phrase. Okay, so now we can see HeroCat saves boy from dog video. Hero Cat Saves Boy from Dog Attack YouTube. Hero Cat Saves Bob Dog YouTube. These would be great titles for a blog post. Okay? And we're looking for one that both Google and Bing agree on. As you can see, none of them have both agreements, so you're just going to have to pick one. Whether you want to go with, I would pick this one just for me because it's green. Okay? Even though these are showing up, there's no statistical page count. You know, you want to have some competition, but no competition is probably not good. So this is what I would do. Hero Cat Saves California Boy from Dog Attack. And that would be your blog post. Now, in a few seconds, you see with Search Triggers Plus, we were able to craft, just coming from a concept of 2 words, which you have no chance whatsoever. Seriously, guys, you have no chance whatsoever to have your blog post get picked. No matter how well you write it, if you have a title with just 2 words in it like that. But here we have an exact match on a specific phrase, saving California boy from dog attack. Now, if you go ahead and you write that, like this is a baby abandoned in the streets of Russia. Well, this is clearly different than the one in Bakersfield, California, because this is a brand new one. Hero Cat saves baby from freezing to death. So if I go to the article itself, here's the New York Post. And you notice how there's, again, no marketing or sales language. It is a press release. Okay. Okay, so the latest thing we just added to search triggers, let's get rid of the idea of heroes and dogs and cats. Let's go into something more like Bob's, like something that Bob is now working on is something called Kidster. Kidster.com. I think I made wait a second. That's not, well, let me find it. Hang on a second. m.searchtriggers.com. Gonna go to the blog. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Kidzter. Okay, so there it is. Kidster. All about music. Books, discography, games, jukebox on this day. This is Bob's new company. Okay. So if I was to go and look and see what's trending, and remember we're talking about press releases here, we just added a feature to search triggers which we believe is revolutionary, which would be, let's go to books. Kidster Kids Meet Motown. Okay? So if I want to type in Motown, and instead of searching the whole web, let's only search PR web. And I can see the exact page count of Motown the Musical, Christmas Songs, Musical Philadelphia, Motown Christmas, Motown the Musical, SF. All my information is right in here. So let's say if it was Motown Records, You can immediately start to see history, net worth, artist, logo, contact, discography, and you can see the spread. Okay, once again, what I like to look for is I uncheck these and I go back into like artists, contact. I would say, let's just say artists, Motown Records artists, also in PR Web. So that's just an example. Now, if I wanted to go and see, I just tap on the dot and it'll bring up a, okay, interesting. Motown Records artists. Let me talk a little bit. This, if you guys, you don't necessarily need to use search triggers, it saves you a lot of time. What we did is we coded the dot. If you click the dot, it'll open up a search in Google. Remember I said at the beginning of this, what you want to do is if you want to rank high in Bing, you use Google, and if you want to rank high in Google, you use Bing. Okay, so if you use the in title Motown Records, the keyword here is in title. In title colon means it's actually in the title, and so now you can see that there's only 4 results, and you can even limit it to the site of prweb.com. Okay. It's very useful. You can see Barry Gordy of Motown Records. There's only 4 press releases, okay? And they're all fairly old. Like the most recent one is this one. And this will just give you some ideas. Now here's what I like about PR Web. This right here is a keyword-rich title. This right here is a keyword-rich description. This right here is press release. Okay? It's written in press release language. Remember I told you, blog posts, articles, and stuff like that that are written in marketing speak don't rank. You guys need to look at your competitors, and just as you read press releases, as you read the press release of your competition, it will give you tone ideas. Like you can see, look, ads, let's look at the structure. Ads, and then name of person, who they are, and what they said. Very simple structure. Let's take a look at that. Monroe, forthcoming debut album. What album is? A departure from an urban production background. There's no hype here. Do you see that? Monroe describes the project as an album of songs about trying to figure out things out. Live, life, love, and leaving home. Next up from Monroe is a cover of U2's Sunday Bloody Sunday, which debuts on iTunes on Tuesday, August 12th. They're not saying, hey, check this out, buy now, it's really cool. Here's a link to my Amazon, where you can go ahead and buy this. They don't do that. But what they do is they say, if you want to have more information, you can get it on YouTube, and then you go to here. And notice they're going. Let's go to the YouTube channel. Take a look at it. How they have it structured. Yeah, YouTube is very buggy right now, especially when you're running a Hangout at the same time. Anyway, you guys get the gist of it. We're going to be taking a break here for a moment. I'm just going to check in to see if our next guest can come in. Bob, if you can write in the chat, I know you're watching the video here. Is there anything you'd like me to cover before we adjourn this meeting? Are you finding this information useful? Okay, this is the stuff that I haven't seen anyone really else talk about. The Bayesian filters. I don't know if you got the beginning, but the Bayesian filters. Let's cover that in a little bit more detail. Okay. If I go to Wikipedia, oh yeah, yeah, you're going through the PDF. Yeah, that PDF is the 30-day action plan. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Okay, okay, so here it is. Native Bayes spam filtering. Now, naturally, if let's just look at common sense. If Google acquires the #1 Bayesian spam filtering company that was only used for email, okay, doesn't it stand to sense that they would be using the artificial intelligence for other properties, including but not limited to YouTube and their web search? Okay? And I hate to say it, guys, if you guys are blogging or you're marketing or you have pages filled with marketing language and you're wondering why you're not getting any more traffic, this is why. Okay? Now let me go through how and why Bayesian. I mean, when I was in college, I went through Bayesian filtering, and it's part of statistical probability. Okay, the man who invented it, his name is Bayes. Okay, and basically the process has to do with probabilities of occurring in spam email and legitimate email. Okay, naturally there'd be something like Viagra. Okay, but the mathematical foundation uses Bayes' theorem, and this right here is Bayes' theorem. Bayes' theorem is the probability, knowing that the word has it in there, over the overall probability of any given message is divided by the probability of the word replica appears, and the overall probability of the given message is not, and this is the probability of the word appears in ham messages. So this is basically what they're looking at. They're looking at the statistics of the probability of whether something appears replicated or not based on the inferences of certain words. And then there's rare words, and there's other heuristics, and there's other mixed methods. Well, based on this, you could say that you're inferring age, demographics, preferences, the writer's intelligence level. Are they writing for high school students? Are they writing for college level? Are they a PhD? Pretty much all of that can be figured out, and you can, you know, uh, you don't have to bet the house that Google has plenty of these algorithms in their search, as well as in their YouTube's, and other properties that they have. Okay. Well, here's the problem. The problem is marketers like to use marketing speak in order to identify and enroll people into buying their products. Like, if I go to jvzoo.com, I'm just going to show you a couple things. As JVZoo is one of the places that we're going to be launching. Okay, new WordPress SEO plugin helps crush Google rank. Okay, just going to go pull up this page. Okay. So here's the thing. All right. So here it is. Blah, 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 blah. But I'm not really looking for to sell you this product. It's kind of cool and great. But do you see that there's, let's say I did a Bayesian algorithm on the keyword proof. Let's say I had a Bayesian algorithm on the keyword buy. Okay? Let's say I had the keyword your in there. I could very easily tell that this web page is a commercial solicitation, correct? Well, then I probably would not rank you, if I was Google, in the search engines because I want you to buy ads from me. Make sense? And this is the world of marketing. Like, this is the marketing world. You can see very clearly this type of language, and I'm sure you get tons of emails like this or offers like this every single day. I know I do. I get about a dozen a day. Okay, in just 7 days, social link machine will close, and it's going to be, it's now $30. It's going to be $67. It'll be $298 worth of extras, and blah 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 blah. And total value today $365, and I can take action. Here's why you need to take action today. I mean, everyone's doing this, but what no one's telling you is if you do this, you're not going to rank in search engines. And that's what I'm telling you here today. That's why this is a very advanced webinar, because what you need to do is put this stuff somewhere that does not care that you rank, and you need to link to it with a graphic. I'm going to show you my blog now. All right. This is my new blog. I call it Music Marketing Madness. I'm in the midst of redesigning it. But basically, here's my blog. I'm calling it Online Marketing Strategies for an Insane World. So I don't think that marketing itself is insane. I think we are insane. And so here's a couple of things. Take a guess, which of my posts is getting the most traffic? Is it, here's me with Deepak Chopra? Or is it online marketing strategies I learned from David Wood? Or is it this one, the 2 most informative marketing strategy videos? Or 6.6 seconds boot time, how to massively upgrade your laptop computer? Or is it something even older? Well, the answer is this one. This is these posts and the related post. Let's see. Just going to go back in here and load more posts. Let me get the earliest one. The one that's getting all the Google traffic is this one right here. I'll go find it. Yeah, this one right here. Okay. Now, I did use search triggers for this. Why am I getting so much traffic? Fix Windows 1.1 errors. Okay. I'm getting under keywords under migrate to solid state drive. I'm getting keyword superfetch and the keyword SSD. And then the actual content itself is a story. This holiday season, I sought to fix up my old laptop, bought a cool new all-in-one tablet, and I'm ready for blogging on a massive scale. But much to my dismay, my hard disk access was 100%. Blah, 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 blah. And then I went in here to superfetch is like a dog chasing its own tail. If you're running Windows, you should do it. Here's the step-by-step instructions. I link to someone else's blog. And here's another link, how to migrate Windows to a solid state drive. Boring, isn't it? But that's the stuff that gets search traffic, friends. It's not the stuff that you think. It's the boring how-to, step-by-step, no hype language. Okay? But check this out. Here's the marketing speak. Hey, you, share this post with a friend. Did you find this post useful and funny? It's a graphic with a call to action to download my free ebook. It's right here inside the blog. All the code is embedded inside of the blog. All the comments are right inside of here. All of my marketing stuff is where? It's in social media. Okay? So what am I doing? When a search engine reads this, they read my text, they see my content. They can't see this graphic right here. Cash in on your passion. This is an ad. Totally permissible to have ads. No problem. This, okay? And this is an ad for the 21-day blogging challenge and the blog system that basically created the technology that's driving my traffic. That's the model, guys. That's what works in 2017. I'm sorry, I was watching Parks and Recreation the other night. I'm still in 2017. But this is what works, okay? And you want to send this to an off-domain website. So your banner, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some strategies here. Okay. You want your headline to have rich keywords that are highly targeted, and you use search triggers to generate that. You want your content to be factual and non-spammy and not scammy. If you use any stuff that's marketing speak like this, free video, learn how people are earning money online every day by doing what they love, cash in on your passion, put it in a graphic and stick it on the sidebar. Don't put it anywhere. And make sure this graphic goes somewhere else. It shouldn't go into your own domain name, because ads are okay, but content with advertising is not. Okay? And since we're on the topic, here are some of my content. The people that are, I've had more engagement from my blog than I have from any other blog I've done, because it's all connected to a massive blogging network. I think that they currently have, let's see, I'm going to pull this up on another screen here. $26,800 posts so far. Okay, so for $7, not only am I blogging in a cluster of 26,000 other posts that are all consistently using this exact same strategy, I'm also part of a community of 2,000 people that are blogging at the same time and also doing it every single day. What that does is it builds domain authority. It builds authority for my content. It makes it easier for me to rank higher in search engines. Also, all my stuff is in one place. So if you want to click right here, you can see my Facebook feed. This is a brand new technology. It just brought it right in. And instead of leaving my website and going to Facebook, it actually fetched my posts and drops my Facebook directly into my blog. This is brand new technology, never been done before. So you can effectively put all of your sales and marketing crap, pardon my French, or your social seduction stuff, and put it over in Facebook where it belongs. And then keep your blog clean and fill it with rich content that's factual and non-scammy and non-spammy, and then put that directly inside of your blog. Share it immediately. And that's why I think you guys, everyone out there, ought to go ahead and take advantage of this and try this technology out. It's pretty awesome. I've been testing it now. I'm very excited to go hang out with Neil Patel in Las Vegas next week, and I'll be back reporting to you my findings and discoveries Um, I'm kind of zoomed in here a little bit, so let me, yeah, so that's it like that. So if you guys are watching the replay of this video, go ahead and click this banner, free video, cash in on your passion, go in and spend the $7. As soon as I see that come in, we're going to have a customer only hangout specifically in this blog. Oh, I did promise you I was going to show you guys the blog. I'm still waiting on one of my colleagues to get back. See if she's returned. Hey, there you are. Hey, can you jump in the hangout? I'm going to give you the link. Hey, everybody. I thought I'd just turn my camera on and just say hi. We're going to start the phase 2 of this hangout, which is going directly into the Kalatu blog and how to use it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share this this link and bring in with our newest team member. And then that way she can ask the questions that you're all wondering, because you can't interact with me here yet, except you can write comments below if you like this. But this one would be it'd be great to have you on audio so I can hear you here. I'm going to go ahead and Bob says, I'll go buy a mic. All right. Thanks, Bob. Thanks for coming tonight. Okay, so I'm chatting with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the screen share back on and give you guys a few minutes to go ahead and click the button below this video and make that $7 investment either in Search Triggers Upgrade or in the Kalatu blog. Both links are here. And if you do that before the timer runs out, you're going to go ahead and receive both for the single one price of $7. So while you take care of that, I'm going to go ahead and chat with my colleague here and queue up the next round of our presentation. I'll see you here back in like 2 minutes. And Bob apologizes that he was not able to speak with us tonight because he had no microphone. And at our next event, he will be better prepared. So I'm going to go ahead and bring back the screen share. Okay, so Okay, so this right here is Kalatu. And what Kalatu is a advanced installation of WordPress that has, instead of just giving you nothing to start your post, it has the capability of assisting you crafting your headlines, your titles, your subjects, and I'm just going to go through the crafting. Excuse me. I'm going to go through the crafting of a blog post specifically. Okay. And so this blog post is like my life. Who or what will you write about? And so let me pick someone. Who would you like me to write about? A celebrity, a personal friend that you haven't heard of. Would you like me to write about? I mean, the thing we probably want to think about is someone who's sort of influential, or famous. So, like, I could, let's just say, something as like you could pick a person, place, or thing, and you could enter one verb, and it's going to craft the post based on that. And what's nice about that is it helps you come up with ideas for your blog. So what do you think? Write some comments in the chat below. Let me know what you think about where you're at with it, what you're thinking. Okay, getting a couple of possible things in various locations. Let me go in here and check this out. Okay, I just updated the conversational link so you can come in here and come interact with me. It says join us in the conversation here. Just click that link that says join us in the conversation here, and you can come back in on camera with me and ask any questions about this. Well, we have 23 minutes left in the deadline down to take advantage of the special offer. So I wanted to show you a little bit more what's happening. But if you guys aren't interacting with me, I'm pretty much gonna. Okay, here we just had a statement come in. Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of these things about Hangouts is which one of the reason we're gonna discontinue doing these Hangouts because I don't really see that they're working. Um, Yeah, I think it would be better if we switch to this other technology um, called Adobe Connect for future events. We're only going to do this for customers, though, and we're going to be focusing on helping you grow your business if you're a customer. A lot of these free events and free hangouts and all this kind of stuff, that whole industry, I think, is in the realm of the social seduction scene that I think we as a society need to move away from. I think I think that the general trend in 2015 is like let's just stop the free garbage industry. Let's stop free email. Let's stop free apps that slow down your telephone. Let's get real, guys. Let's put some value where value belongs. If you guys can't afford, I mean, you don't have to pay $7, then you really probably don't, have an online business or care about your online business. So let me just go back to I'll just show you the inherent structure of Kalatu. Um, I could just say Bill Gates because I met Bill. Okay, what's one adverb that describes the difference in your life? I would say transformed. Okay, and now you can see that I go in here and I go and pick an image. So I would select an image. Hey, Doug, you're here. Let's switch to this other technology. Hey, Doug. Connect. I can hear you. Go ahead and say something. We're going to be focusing on helping you grow your business. Yo, Doug, you're muted. You can unmute. Of the social seduction scene that I think we as a society. Doug, say something. Hello.
Hello.
I think it's hi, Doug. The trend. So if you can just pause the video on the page that you're watching because there's microphone feedback coming through. Okay, and just interact with me here directly. Welcome, Doug. Have you had a chance to play around with Kalatu yet?
I've sort of tried to. I've been working on getting it configured.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of configuration once they're there. Do you have any questions that I could help you with?
Well, I would really love to have a bigger picture, like what should I have in place before I start blogging? Like my Google author page or something.
Good point. Google abandoned authorship, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
Oh, great.
Google's focus now is on YouTube. So the one thing you should have in place would be is your YouTube channel.
Okay, I've got one crappy little video.
That's fine. That's all you need.
Okay.
See, and then
And
what
then
you
I
want to
should
do
link to
is,
that from.
yeah, what you can do is you can go ahead and click the social media card right in here, and it will automatically update all of your social media profiles. So you can put
Okay,
in
I'm
your
not seeing
Twitter,
your
your
screen.
LinkedIn, your YouTube, and your Facebook. So if I click Connect YouTube, I just pick my account, and
Vic, I can't see your screen.
you want to go. You should be seeing. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and. Okay, are you seeing it now?
Um, Not yet, but hopefully.
Okay, so you seeing it yet? Go back to the Google Hangouts
Nope.
application.
All I'm seeing is your little vibrating icon.
Hmm. You mean you see my portrait?
No, I see the search triggers logo, or at least part of it in a circle.
Aha. Okay. Well, we are screen sharing,
On the
so
Hangout or on the other?
we're screen sharing on the Hangout.
Okay. Um,
You're not seeing the screen
my
share on the
machine in
Hangout?
Google. Nope.
Okay, there must not be enough bandwidth for you to see it inside of the Hangout and watch the live stream at the same time. So why don't you close down the live stream and let's see if that fixes the problem.
I already did.
Okay.
I'll close Gmail. That'll free up a little bandwidth.
Yeah, let me send you a link to our another piece of software. Just uh, can you see the Google Chat?
Yep.
Okay, just write something in the chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you in Google Hangouts, but I'm going to use a different screen sharing technology since Google is not giving you the screen share. I'm going to send you that link in a minute here. Uh, so people know a little bit about you. You're a rocket scientist. You're a coder. You're an IT person for many, many years. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm sending you here the link.
Okay. Traditionally, I've worked in technology. Okay. Now I should just open this in a new window.
Yeah, open that in a new window so you can see my screen even though Google is not giving it to you. We have fiber here at the
Okay.
office so that we can easily upstream both a video signal of uh, to uh, to Hangouts as well as I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you the technology that we will be using. in our masterminds. And just goes to show that if whenever you get what you pay for, if you use the free tool, you're going to get the limited version. If you pay for something, you're going to go ahead and get the best that there is. That's just what's so. You know? So now now you'll see right here, this is Adobe Connect, and as you can see right in here, we have all the different people that will be piling into the attendees. And so right
Can't
now,
see it
Doug,
yet.
yeah, you want to go in there and come in as a guest?
Yep.
Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Okay.
paste that same link into the chat, and if you guys want to continue, we'll continue this seminar inside of the, we're going to, we'll keep it running both in Google Hangouts as well as in here for the time being, but what I'd like you guys to do is if you're watching this, and in the future we're just going to be using this technology because it's much more stable, much more reliable. We can have more than one camera on the screen at a time. There's so many more. It's so much better than Google Hangouts. And you know, Doug, you're already on our team. You're already a customer. You know, what do you think about all this stuff that's going on? Are you excited about the event tonight, 6 o'clock? It's in 1 hour from now.
A bit. I don't know too much about tonight's event. I just know there is one.
Okay.
Oh, they're going to do the top 10.
Yeah, they're doing the top 10 blogs in Kalatu out of I guess 2,000 blogs right now. And we're going to actually see exactly which and why those blogs are better than the other ones. And then we're going to be trained in how to be master bloggers in Las Vegas. So I'm going to Las Vegas. You going to Vegas, Doug?
I'm not.
Well, I'll be reporting live from the floor, and I'll be bringing back lots of stories and training in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and share my screen and see if this actually works. Okay, so now you should be seeing my screen as well.
Yes.
You seeing it?
Yep.
Great. Excellent. So that means we can do, it's the first time I've actually done this. I'm doing a Google Hangout and a Adobe Connect, and I'm sharing the same screen to two different technologies. That's why I have a desktop with an SSD drive. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning here, okay? This is Kalatu. Okay? The first thing you want to do when you get your brand new Kalatu blog is you want to click on this little wrench. It says social media card. Okay? And you want to connect your Facebook to it. You want to connect your Twitter to it. You want to connect your LinkedIn to it. And you want to connect your YouTube to it. And what this will do, Facebook's probably the most important because it allows people visiting your blog. You know, my buddy Chris Record wrote this plugin. What it does is it grabs content from Facebook and sticks it in your blog. You want to think of your blog as the hub of your social media sphere. Okay? Now, I don't know if you caught the beginning of this, but I was saying that today, in 2015, social influence is only 7% anything to do with social media. The 93% is word of mouth. And I can attest to that to be absolutely true. I'm getting more traffic on my Kalatu blog from word of mouth by a factor of 15 or 20 than I am from any kind of search engine results. And I know that's kind of running in the face of what a lot of people believe with their holy sacred cows, but that's simply the way it is. Google, I'm gonna bring up on my other screen here very quickly um, my Google Analytics. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. Now, I normally wouldn't be doing this in a public forum, but since this is uh, a mastermind and you guys are advanced users, I'm going to go ahead and show you some stuff here. Okay, so the key to marketing your blog is to access Google Analytics. You have to have Google Analytics running. Okay, the way you do that is you go down here and you click where it says Google Analytics on the sidebar. Okay, and then here you put in your UA code. And you can get this code in your Google Analytics dashboard right here. So you want to sign up for Google Analytics, and what this will do is it'll tell you how much traffic you're getting, from where, and what it's all about. Now, the other thing that you have inside of Kalatu are themes. I'm using theme 3. This actually allows you to have a video in this spot right here, and you can put graphics right here, and you can customize it however you want. They have 5 different types of themes right now, and more themes are coming. All the themes are built in, and they're all custom. These are not standard WordPress themes. These are special themes. Okay. Under theme settings, there are all these different things that you can customize. It's all made very simple. You can customize your homepage header. You can customize the fonts, the feature boxes. This is all new, and it's not in any other thing. You can actually change your banner ad settings. You can also use your opt-ins right in here, and they have built-in widgets, the feature box 1, feature box 2, feature box 3, and you can also put in calls to action. You can change your calls to action. So while I'm trying to pull up my Google Analytics, I'm now going to show you how to optimize a blog post, because that's what we're doing here with search triggers. What we're going to do is we're going to take my most popular blog post since I started the 21-day blogging challenge, and we're going to optimize it for search engines. And I'm having a difficulty accessing Google Analytics. Okay, now it's coming through.
Now,
Yes. Yeah, what's your question? You were saying, Doug?
I was saying that if I already signed up for Google Analytics from like my home page, is that the
Yes.
same UA number that I plug into Kalatu?
No, you have to create a new UA number for Kalatu.
Okay. Do I use a different name, a different email, or just
No,
they
you
don't
use the
mind that I have
same.
a bunch?
They don't. Yeah, they don't mind.
Okay. All right, I think I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna try a different browser. It's not working with. Are you still seeing my screen?
I'm still seeing Music Marketing Madness.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to access analytics on my other computer, but it's not letting me. I think I can't access analytics and be in a Hangout at the same time, which is very strange because all I'm getting is a blank white screen. Let me access it from my tablet because I have to find what phrase people actually searched for because it'll tell you on such and such a day someone looked on your website and they uh, it's also possible that Google Analytics is not running right now, although that seems unlikely. While I'm trying to pull that up, did you have any other questions about Kalatu and what you've been using it for? I mean, do you like it? Have you found it to be useful, or are you still just kind of getting
Um,
set up?
I'm still just kind of getting set up. I kind of figured, okay, I'll pick a theme and some settings, but really wasn't sure uh, if I was making a deadly mistake by overlooking something like Google Analytics. You kind of want a roadmap that says, okay, if you want the shortest path to get up and going without any gaps, here's what you should do.
Got it.
Otherwise, it's just kind of all there, and it all looks equally relevant or not relevant.
Well, that's because
Um, now,
it definitely is a tricky industry. Because see, on one level,
now,
what they're telling us to do and they're teaching us how to do is how to write good content that builds engagement. What they're not telling us is that if you use marketing sales language, you're not going to get any uh, results at all. And that's been my own personal experience.
now, I don't have a fan page yet. All I have is my personal Facebook page, which of course needs work. Um, my LinkedIn is outdated, but otherwise it's sort of relevant. I don't use Twitter, but I have a Twitter account. So should I really hook them all up?
Yeah, because you want to start using the ones you use are the ones you want to hook up. Because you want to start
Okay.
using those vehicles. See, one of the big advantages of Kalatu is it will. Okay, I'm trying to access the analytics now. Still multitasking. Probably shouldn't do that. I can't really do this demo without having Google Analytics, and they're not making it easy for me. Here we go. Okay, so I've had 645 visitors in the last week, which is pretty awesome. You figure if that's like $1 per click or $2 per click, if you're counting pay per click in Google. I mean, you know the minimum bid in Google is around $2 a click, right? That's how Google makes its money.
No,
So
but
that
I
would be
believe
like
you.
$1,200 in traffic, but I didn't pay anything but $7 for it. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to go pull up my acquisition. Yeah, so the majority of the people who are visiting my website are coming from um, direct. In other words, they found my blog by word of mouth, as I said in the beginning of this video, and that could be from a. I'm trying to find the pages that have the most traffic. I'm in Google Analytics on my tablet. Okay, this is getting to be impossible. Um, Interesting. Okay, that one. I think we're going to have to reserve this for another time. I can't. Uh, Google has changed its location of where the pages are right now, and I can't seem to find anything that used to be there before, and it really is starting to. They used to have a section that would tell you here's the keyword that someone went to Google and typed this in, and they've now removed that, and they've added something else. And they said this report requires Webmaster Tools to be enabled. Set up Webmaster Tools data sharing. They constantly keep adding, hoops for you to jump through, and it's really kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to do a special video just on how to set up your analytics and use it, because it used to be much simpler, and now they're not even they're not making it easy for you to see. Because you think about it this way: if you have a keyword, okay, you're doing your best guess with search triggers or any other keyword tool to try to get people to show up on your website. You need to have the analytics component in order to determine whether you did a good job or not. And then what causes your traffic to skyrocket is recursively modifying it, testing different keywords, and seeing if they
You modify keywords on the same post?
yeah, you modify keywords on the same post. So what I always do is I go back to my most popular post. I look and see, oh, okay, what was the keyword that someone used to land on that post? And then I rerun it through search triggers, and I refine it until I add more additional keywords to that post. Now that post starts, like you want to build a rhythm, okay? And the rhythm is write a post. Actually, let me go back. I don't know if you came to the beginning of the talk, but the beginning of the talk I was saying is you want to download our PDF, okay? And the PDF everyone here should have. I'm going to bring it back up again.
I think I got that.
Yeah, it's searchtriggers.com/guide. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so in a 30-day time period, the first week you should just be doing research and planning. You're saying, okay, for this month, what am I going to blog about? Am I going to be writing a blog? Like I'm doing Music Marketing Madness. And basically, it's all about like why I got into marketing in the first place, because I wanted to promote my music and the music of my friends and bands that I like. That was why I got into it. That's what my blog's about. Okay. So then I have a whole bunch of keywords that I'm using around that, and I'm going ahead and I'm making those keywords available to everyone that's there. So that shows up. So I write a blog post with my best guess estimate based on what I find in search triggers. Then I go back to my analytics. And so like every week you go and review the ones you did last week. Okay, so you review the ones you did last week and you improve the titles slightly by adding in some more high value keywords. And you notice always keep a copy of your original. But if you make a change and you notice that one particular post that had engagement all of a sudden starts getting more traffic, you did a great thing. If it gets less traffic, go put it back. Go put it back the way you had it. You probably overstuffed your keywords. Google's very forgiving in that sense. There's one thing they're unforgiving about, and that's called your bounce rate, and what I call your engagement rate. Your engagement rate is 100% minus your bounce rate. So what ends up happening is, let's say you have a blog post and you have lots of links on it, and people go deep into your blog and they start enjoying your blog and they go all over and they click on lots of pages. What that does is it tells Google, hey, this person has engaged someone from our search engine and they're going deeper. And the deeper they go in your blog without going back to Google, the better. If they go, it's like the kiss of death. You could have a blog post on the front page of Google, and then if too many people click on your blog and then they hit the back button, you're gone. You'll be first page of Google today, and then a week from now you're gone. 2 weeks from now you're gone. What builds lasting power is, as I said in the beginning, a blog post that has really good information, very specific how-to or strategy in a non-scammy, spammy, non-marketing kind of way that is going to last and that has lots of links to other supplemental pieces of information. Now you want to blog. This is something I've said in other Hangouts before, but you want to blog. Your blogging strategy should be blog weekly, plan monthly. Now, in other words, you plan it monthly, blog weekly, and refine it daily as part of your marketing. Okay? So that's all I had for you
Blog
guys
weekly,
today.
not blog daily.
Well, you want to create new blog posts every day. Yes, you want to blog daily. But I'm saying the marketing component,
Okay.
the marketing component, which is included, in the, like what we learn is blog daily, market daily, and then tell others and make money. Okay? Well, part of the marketing, if you choose to have SEO be your marketing strategy, is to go back to last week's posts and optimize them for search engines so they build traffic and engagement. And it makes no sense to do that with posts that aren't getting any traffic. Optimize the posts that are getting the most traffic, and that's why you want to have the analytics. Listen, we've been going on for over 2 hours now. I thank you for coming. There will not be a replay of this video. So you'll have to come to our next event in 2 weeks. If you are a customer, we're going to be if you go ahead and buy the Kalatu blog, or if you already have the Kalatu blog, like Doug, I'll give you you get access to this the replay, but we're only giving replays to people who are on our team or are actively using this information. We are making products out of this. We will be taking clips of this and assembling a video training series. So thank you for tonight. I appreciate you all coming here tonight. I'm sorry that Bob was not able to have sound with us, but he was excited by the information that he saw here. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for coming tonight. Okay, bye-bye now.
Thanks.